This is M. Shadows. He's a little Shih Tzu, and he was actually named after the singer in a rock band, Avenged Sevenfold. He is 15 years old, and I didn't realize he was in such bad health when he came in today, because nobody told me. I'm starting his grooming with shampoo and conditioner, and he's also getting blow dried. He's probably completely blind, and he's actually been coming to me since he was a puppy for a very long time. So lately he's been coming about every 3 months for a nice short haircut, and the last time he was here, he kept peeing on the table. It's like he couldn't hold it, which is never fun for the groomer, honestly. I mean, I don't get mad, but it's not really fun because they step in it and make a mess. So anyway, I keep taking him out to pee, but he still keeps dribbling on the table. I told the owners that he was doing that, and I assumed he would be going to the vet, but here it is 3 months later, and he's not any better. He doesn't seem to be in any pain. I mean, he was great for his grooming. Maybe he is in pain and just isn't showing it. I mean, I'm not a vet. I'm just a dog groomer, which means I'm just a hairstylist. So, I mean, I can guess what's wrong with him, but at age 15, it's probably pretty serious that he's peeing blood. And I didn't know he was peeing blood till I got halfway through his groom. He's getting a number 7 blade all over. He's getting a 7 blade on his ears, the top of his head, everything nice and short. One thing I know that his owners like his tail long, but a lot of times it's matted, so I have to take it off, but it's kind of thin, so it's in good shape today. I'm shaving around the base of his tail. It gets pretty gross back here when dogs go to the bathroom, so you want to keep all the hair shaved around from their poo-poo area. As you can see, he's pulling away. He does not like this. I have to finish drying him because the blade's not really going through that easily when his hair is still wet. I don't know if he's got arthritis, but he doesn't want to stand up, and see how he's hunching over? And he doesn't want to be blow drying his back end, so I have to get my bowl out. I use this plastic bowl just to make dogs stand up. Unless you blow it out from underneath them. That doesn't... It doesn't work very well. And with a little bit of magic from my editing app, the bowl is mysteriously back up here again. But guys, I wanted to tell you, I had to stop and wash it off because he is peeing blood, and there was actually blood all over it that I didn't know. So I have to go ahead and get my potty pads out to put under him because he's just leaking blood the whole time. I mean, honestly, I should call the owners and have them pick him up, but they're not going to have him groomed. I know. If I don't finish grooming him, he's not going to get groomed. So, and since he doesn't act like he's in pain, I'm just going to go ahead and groom him, finish up real quick. When the owners came to pick him up, I said, "Do you know he's peeing blood?" And the guy said, "Oh yeah, he's been doing that." He had no reaction. So I told him that I cannot groom him again until he sees a vet. I don't know if he'll be back. I have a bad feeling he might have cancer or something. We will see. I'm shaving out his belly and his private area with a 10 blade. We really want to keep this short under here since he's leaking pee and blood. I mean, it's just kind of like coming out. It's dripping. So we want all of this shaved off his belly so it stays clean. As you can see, he's not neutered either, so I have to be very careful back here shaving. Real careful, because he's trying to sit down, and I got to try to hold him up while I'm doing it. He's got a couple little tangles in his tail, but it's in pretty good shape. So I'm using my thinning shears to thin it out and brushing it out. And I'm going to trim up along the bottom. Like I said, they like a longer tail, so I'll just neaten it up. We're doing short ears on him, so I'm just trimming up along the edge of his ear, using my finger as a guide, so it's nearly impossible to cut his ear by accident. Shih Tzus grow hair in their ears, so I'm also going to pull the hair out that comes with the grooming. And I'm trimming up his eyes so he can see again, but his eye hair is in really bad shape. I couldn't really get it clean while he was in the bathtub. So I'm just going to do my best to cut it all off. And I'll wipe it off with some water. After I get all the hair off, I'll wipe it off and clean it while he's on the table. Sorry, I cut his head off for part of this, shaving his eyes part. I didn't realize I was cutting his head off. I'm using a very short blade on the corners of his eyes. It's the only blade that'll go through safely. You see how he's making faces? I don't know if he's wiggling his lip at me. He's never tried to bite, but if he's in pain, he might not want to be messed with. But he didn't. But there's always a first time for everything. I'm using my slicker brush to try to brush his face out, but he was just so overdue, and his hair is all stuck together. I probably should have just shaved his face, but I don't think his owners want it shaved. So I'm just going to trim it up really short. And now I'm taking a cotton ball and some water and trying to clean off his face, because I couldn't get to it with all that hair while he was in the bathtub. I like to use this human head lice comb. It's like a flea comb, but it pulls through the fur, and you can get out all the little eye boogers and hard crusty stuff if it's not stuck in that hard. We're almost done. I'm shaving out the inside of his ears so I can see what I'm doing when I clean them out. I'm using some ear powder here. It just helps me grip so I can pull the hair right out. And it grows loosely. If there's not too much hair in there, it's more itchy than painful. See how good they look in there now? All the hair is gone and they're nice and clean. Because you want the air to be able to flow. You don't want it to be full of moisture, because that hair will trap moisture in the ears and they can get ear infections. I'm using my curved scissors to make his face nice and round. We're almost done here, and if anybody has actually made it to the end of the video, can you just put dogs in the comment section and let me know you made it this far? I'd appreciate it. Sorry. There we go. One thing about old dogs is a lot of times they're in a lot of pain. They have bad teeth, and you never know if they want their face messed with or if they're going to bite you for touching their face. So I'm always careful doing the mouths of old dogs. I'm wiping his eyes out again and cleaning off his face. I'm wiping him down with conditioner, making sure there's no hairs out of place.
I can't get that out of there. Oh my God.
I'm having a really hard time getting all this goopy eye stuff out of his face. I have to be careful that I don't make it raw, you know, just keep picking and picking at the same spot. But that's good enough, and he is getting a adorable paw print bandana with little stars on it, and he's a boy, and it's blue, so he's going to love this.